Hello! Sorry this video has been so delayed. It has been a bit of a roller coaster of a week. But I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. So this is a bit of my reflection on the Enthusiastic Gaming convention that I went to this past weekend. I loved it. It was great. I enjoyed myself immensely, being able to see the people that I originally went for, because the convention was actually in our country. It was in Toronto, which is close enough that I was able to go, and had all of Hidden Block and normal booths, with an asterisk there. Unfortunately, there was one member of Hidden Block that couldn't come, but everybody else was there, and oh my god, I actually got to go and listen to these people, and I did get some pictures. Hopefully I'll be able to get them off my phone onto this video. So I got pictures with Pro Jared, with Gerard the Completionist, with Peanut Butter Gamer, and with Space Hamster, who are some of the ones that have been sort of really helpful for me to just be able to put on to relax, or when I was living on my own, to put on and listen to while I was cooking or cleaning the house. Sort of, again, that other voice that you sometimes really need to hear. So the fact that I was able to meet some of these people and chat briefly with them, turns out I'm an absolute coward when it comes to meeting any of these people. So I wasn't super great at starting any of the conversations about, hey, can I get a picture with you? Especially since Pro Jared and Gerard I met sort of outside the meet and greet point, because they did have a table set up. So Peanut Butter Gamer and Space Hamster were at the table, and it made a lot more sense for me to be like, can I get a picture? Because they're there. They're sort of recognizing you're there for signatures, hugs, pictures, things like that. But Gerard and Jared, they were out and about, and I had to go up to them and be like, so Pro Jared was the first one, and I started that conversation with, I'm trying not to run away screaming. And in fact, both Pro Jared and Gerard took the phone to take the photos because I was shaking that badly that my hands were going. So I think they just like subtly recognized it, and they're like, nah, I can do this. I did do some cosplay. I went as May from Night in the Woods. Some people recognized me sort of after I explained it, and I did in fact meet somebody else wearing the same shirt. So she right away was just like, oh hey! And I was like, oh hey! Let's get a picture. I started out, you'll notice in the Pro Jared picture, if I do manage to get it up here, that I had face paint on. And then that got dropped off the second day completely because my face. And then the third day was sort of quick anyways, and we're going to be driving home, so I ended up just in my Triforce shirt rather than in my cosplay. But it was fun. It was great. Stayed in the hotel right by the airport because the convention was at their sort of international center that's right by the airport. So here's literally how close we were to the airport. Oh god. Don't mind how terrible my hair is. Just got up to the second day of the expo and just sort of realized the convention center for the expo is right by the airport, and so is my hotel. So, like, that's the airport building there. And I just realized, like, you could just see a whole lot of the airport from here. Just planes and more planes, and then the airport itself. And then way down that direction is the actual convention, which we'll get to eventually, but I think breakfast first. Yeah, like, planes right there. I was tired enough that planes going overhead at night didn't actually wake me up. Normally they would, but just all the excitement and the stress with it and all the things to do, it sort of disappeared. So to give you a sense of that, I've also got some other bits of video that we're gonna go for it, show you just what the main floor looked like, some of the talks I went to. Didn't film all of them, wanted to listen in more. So here is what the main floor looked like, and some of the normal booths and hidden block stuff.
You gotta take a ride.
Like, okay.
I just want to do
So the difference between those two, this one's more like
the original Rayman, because the original Rayman is very pretty, it's got amazing music, but it's just so much bullshit. It ruins it. The gameplay is really very 50-50. So I think if they redid that in like a kind of Rayman Origins Legends style, that would be pretty cool.
What Jeff said was, you definitely know what you were doing. All right, let's have our last two champions come up. Great job. That would be Nick Murphy and Satchel Drakes. Normal Brutes is going to have to fight itself.
I made several survey questions about these guys, and it was answered by you. So not only will they have to try to guess what they think the right answer is, they have to guess what they think you thought the right answer is. It's gonna be pretty tough. All right, let's get one person from each team. Come on up. Starting off with our first country.
Thank you for taking my survey.
Did you say not take or take?
No, take it.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so like really busy. It was really big. The lines for Hidden Block and normal boots were huge. I was really lucky. You notice with that normal boots one, I am sitting on the floor because we were like, I was second last to get into the room. We were just that full. So I sat down on the floor and took that video like up the aisle so I could see most of them, but you're actually missing people on both ends in the video. I could hear them, but couldn't see them. But they weren't sort of the only people I went for. I did go to a couple more talks, and I actually found them really useful. Both the talks I went to, just sort of off the wall, thinking, oh, that might be interesting, gave me some really good advice for other areas of my life. The first one being some more discussion about things I can find in my writing, including a really interesting writing project that I'm working on, that he was talking about when it came to puzzles in video games that I just translated into writing. And then the second one, oddly enough, was talking about producing video games with small teams, that I ended up really getting a sense of continuing on with my thesis with that small team, and how to deal with not good news in that regards. And I was able to actually ask him a question and get some things clarified so that I can have this meeting coming up that I think I'm better prepared to go into, because I went to a panel on video game production. So that was just, it was really cool, and I was taking notes on my phone. When both of those panels were meant for game developers. I'm just sitting there going, this is actually really cool. So I really, like, it was really nice to be able to do that, and then it translated into useful things for me. Because I don't think I'll ever be a video game designer, but I could take some of that and use it to my advantage. So the other thing that I found myself interested in was there were, of course, a lot of video game demonstrations going on, free-to-play things, but they also had some of the big tournaments going on. And the one I was surprised that caught my attention was actually the Hearthstone tournament going on, because this is, the convention itself is actually a stop in like the world tour for Hearthstone championships. And they really played it up. They had announcers for all their tournaments, because there was also Smash tournaments and Call of Duty tournaments. But I kept coming back to the Hearthstone, like, oh, I've got an hour to kill before the panel I want to go to. I'm watching Hearthstone. And so, yeah, I took some video of that as well.
And just a whole bunch of benefits. But Hunter X versus Sildstorm is going to be the first match we're seeing on broadcast. Then we're going to head over to Gallant versus Watt.
So we get to see the rogue.
Yeah.
Alan is
no, you didn't bring the rogue.
You didn't bring the rogue?
Dan baited you.
He baited me, yeah.
For the most part, I had no idea what was going on, so it was actually really enjoyable to have the announcers there, sort of walking through some of the things, but you could definitely tell that it's a lot like sports right now. Esports is coming up, and people are treating it seriously. And from what I heard, the company that owns Hearthstone, which is Blizzard, basically, if you actually have enough points and enough wins within these tournaments, you can get a salary from them, and they'll actually start like paying for you to travel to these tournaments. So that was just like the coolest thing to find out. In fact, Nintendo did the exact same thing. They had a Pokken tournament champion who was there, that they brought out to represent Nintendo, and was actually part of the Normal Boots versus Hidden Block Pokken tournament. He played the winner of that. Like, massive difference in ability there, that we all started to cheer for the Normal Boots player to just get one hit in. But it is starting to become something that people can make a living on if they learn it well enough and understand it well enough. And it was absolutely interesting to watch some of these things go down, because to me it would look like somebody's winning the entire time, and then you'd hear the announcer say, and that was the mistake they made, and they're going to get beaten. And you just watch that happen, and you're just like, what? But that's the same with sports as well. I don't understand them, but it was really interesting to watch this happening and watch these people compete. But the funny thing to watch was also how bored the cameramen are, because of course they set the cameras up and it's a face camera, so you're going to see the reaction of these two players. Well, the camera's just sitting there, right? It's not moving. So the cameraman's just sitting there on their phone, just like, oh. So you're just like, oh, do you want me to watch that for you? Like, I'm watching this anyways. So, no, I enjoyed Hearthstone. I enjoyed playing some video games. And I picked up a few things. The big one that I was able to find was actually Four Swords Adventures. I've been looking for this game again. It's one of the ones that we had as a family when I was younger that disappeared somewhere. Maybe it was lost in one of the basement floods. I do know we lost some games that way. Maybe it got passed on to somebody else. But I was looking for it. I found it. I bought it. And then I definitely had some other things as well. I actually went ahead and got one of these mystery box things, which was just fascinating. So a few things I got in there. This really cute Doctor Who hat with a little TARDIS on it. I'm really happy on that one. And some Doctor Who stuffs. I mean, I randomly got a Transformer as well, so that was in here. There's something else that was in here that's no longer in here because I sent it to you, and I hope you like it. But I also got a fidget cube. So, and, oh yeah, and Anakin. Little Lego Anakin. I was not expecting him, but he's hanging out now. And he's probably gonna keep hanging out. Oh god, Anakin! Oh god, I killed Anakin. I hope it was before he killed the younglings, but he's not looking too good there, so probably not. And then because I did dress up, I got a free t-shirt. So, eat, breathe, fame! So, yeah, so I really like this shirt, and it didn't cost me anything. And then the other big thing to show you are my new button bit collection. So, oh my god, Anakin has a lightsaber and I never noticed it. I just found it now. Anakin, get over here. Get your lightsaber. Take it. Ah! Anakin's got a lightsaber. There you go. Now you can sit there with a lightsaber. That was weird. Yeah, so I picked up some buttons. So, got me a Hufflepuff button. Hufflepuff! You know I needed it, right? And then this one's from Cardcaptor Sakura. It's just a cute little button. And then the first thing I actually bought is my little Dark Souls. Praise the sun! Praise the sun! Yeah, so this is my Solaire pin. And he is metal. He's very heavy duty, and in fact has two. So I got super excited when I saw him, and I actually went looking for money. So looking for the ability to buy him. So walked away with some swag, some video game, and some fond memories. So yeah, I enjoyed myself. Would 10 out of 10 do it again. 10 out of 10 conventions. Get normal boots and hidden block. Do that. As many of them as you can. And then give them enough space to actually have people come and enjoy themselves. No one was expecting just the explosion of interest in that. So, sorry this video is so late. Like I said, bit of a roller coaster of a week. Trying to formulate next steps, extra things I want to do. I want to do all the things, and then my depression's like, I don't want to do any of them. It's great. It's perfect. But we're going to keep trying, and we're going to keep doing things anyways. So I got to go and edit this now and slap it all together. So we're going to see how that goes. So I'll talk to you next time. See you, Rach.